Hey, John here, and this is This Week I Learned. So this week, I took up the challenge of learning Vue.js. So Vue.js is a JavaScript framework, kind of similar to like Angular 1 or Angular 2 or React. Um, and I wanted to learn Vue.js specifically because it's a nice small framework that's really easy to learn and really easy, and it's really lean. I kind of had to make a choice between, do I go deeper into Angular 1? Do I use Angular 2? Do I go React? And I really didn't know what I was doing, and I really wanted to learn as much as possible in a short amount of time. And I believe Vue.js is kind of that framework. It's very lightweight, it's very easy to understand. It's very similar to Angular 1. Like when I was using Angular 2 and TypeScript was introduced, I was just completely lost. But like just the way how views kind of laid out and the way how instances work, it's very familiar, very comfortable. The way how you use like data binding is really familiar to me. So I thought if I just put the time into Vue.js, I could learn a lot in a small amount of time. Currently, how I'm learning Vue.js, uh, I'm going through NetNinja's tutorial on Vue.js. So he's posting a lot of videos about Vue.js. He's got like, oh wow, 36 videos. Just like, let me just pause that. So yeah, he's posting like 36 videos of Vue.js. I know on Go Rails also he shows you how to use Vue.js with Webpack, so you can easily include Vue.js into your Rails application. So all those resources together, I think like if I take advantage of those resources, I can learn Vue.js in a really short amount of time and get good at Vue.js in a really short amount of time, because I can make a web application using Rails, but again, using JavaScript is just something I'm not comfortable with, and I want to get better at doing. So, anyways, so what I do with Vue.js? Well, I finished those first 13 videos on Vue.js. So let's see, kind of going into data and methods, using data binding. We did a little bit about events, learning like computed properties, doing conditionals. I got all the way to like the simple punch bag game, and I just stopped before multiple Vue instances. So just to kind of show you um, how that kind of looks like, I uh, just did like a quick little sampler of those 10 videos put together. Um, so basically, when you do the tutorial, you're going to have your index.html, and this is where you're going to have all your HTML and all your all your Vue directives. So directives is like Vue model, Vue if, Vue else if, Vue on click. These are all directives, and it's kind of like you treat this like JavaScript. And the best example is here. Like I'm using the directive view if, and the conditional is if head ninja equals John, then you go ahead and show this p tag that says John is the best ninja. Here's another directive, view for. I have this array called ninjas, and I'm saying for each ninja in ninjas, go ahead and output that using an h3 tag. Then there's like on click, view model. I'll go ahead and show you one by one. But yeah, so this is index.html. This is your HTML. You write your HTML and you write your Vue directives. Style.css. This is your CSS files. And finally, here's my Vue instance. So Vue instance. This one's just going to be app.js, but in your but like in a more complicated app, like a Rails app, you can have like a landings Vue instance. You can have, whatever your I don't know. Like for example, if you had like a price history app, you could have a price Vue instance. You could have a user's Vue instance, so on and so on. But this is just the basics Vue instances. You've got your Vue element. Um, that's going to become more important when you have multiple Vue instances. You got your data, methods, and computed. So data is pretty straightforward. As you can see here, I just have a bunch of variables. And the variables can be an integer, a string, or an array, or even like it could look like something like this, which is like an element. So you could have I guess it's called a variable. So you can have your variable be equal to an element. So let's see, do I have website tag? Yeah, so you can have like this directive called HTML, and you can have that output as a website tag. So let me go ahead and show you that page. So there you go. Here's the page. Um, I cut this up into 3 sections, so let's just go through this one by one. So this first section, this is using the Vue for directive and the Vue if directive. So here's my label, here's my input, and I could change the name of the head ninja, and that's just using the Vue model. Vue model, that's how you do two-way data binding. So uh, like one-way data binding is like, let's see, actually this is a good example. So I have a, right here, this is a, I want to say data bind. Let's see. Okay, so here I have some data, name is equal to Sean, and if I just want to reference Sean, sorry, then I just go ahead and just have name in those double curly brackets, and it just kind of shows that. So that's one-way data binding. So two-way data binding, what that is this example right here. So not only does it show who the head ninja is, but I could also change the head ninja, and that's why it's called two-way data binding. So let's go ahead and show you how that works. So again, I just erased the head ninja, and I'm going to make Yoshi the new head ninja. So not only is it reading um, the head ninja data, but it's also changing, and that's why it's two-way. Next, I'm going to use the Vue if directive. So in here, I have this conditional. Let's see, Vue if. So if head ninja is John, it's going to create this p tag element called John is the best ninja. If I have Vue else, or if else if it's Julia, it's going to show Julia is the worst ninja. Probably not the best example of an else if, but it works. Let's see. So yeah, so if I John, see how that pops up right away, and I have that as Julia. See how that pops up right away. There you go. So that's the Vue if directive. Again, this is the Vue for directive. In my Vue instance, I have some data called ninjas, and that's just a simple array in JavaScript. All right, next we got change ninja swords. Again, here's some more two-way data binding. So let's just start off with 100. So let's go ahead. These buttons are using the Vue on click directive, so I could add a sword. Oh, wow, let's see our little bug there. Let's try to fix it. Okay, that's right here. So change swords. So here's my model, 2 swords. See on click it triggers a function called change ninja swords. So it adds 1 sword, this adds 10 swords, this removes 1, this removes 10 swords. So here's my methods right here. And I think the problem is, no, that's an integer. Interesting. Function swords. Hmm. What's it doing? Let's refresh the page really quick. Okay, that was weird. I don't know what the hell that was about. You know, I think I made a change and I just didn't save that change. I think that's what happened. Okay, so yeah. Let's see. Yep, negative numbers. Okay. And this right here, this was just some practice before I made the video. But let me go ahead and show you like this website tag. So this is equal to that, I think. Yeah. There we go. Cool. All right. So that's all I want to show you. Um, One tricky thing about following a video tutorial is that it's really easy to follow a video tutorial, but it's really hard to retain the information. So this is what I'm going to try to do, and tell me if this works for you or if it doesn't work for you. I would say chunk, like if you get like a playlist, like a nice long playlist like this of 36 videos, I'd say chunk it up into like by 10s or 12s. So I stopped at 13, so I cut this by 1/3. So I'm gonna go ahead and just practice 1 through 13 because it's really easy to just go through the lesson and learn the basics, but in order to retain it, you just need to repeat it. So I spent Friday and Saturday learning all this, and I'm going to spend the rest of the day today just kind of practicing and repeating it and just having this all soak in. Because that's the problem I'm having right now is that I know some of this stuff, and a lot of this stuff makes sense to me, but it's not all sinking in. So and like the details aren't sinking in, and I think sometimes the devils are in the details. But just one last little thing, computed. It's kind of like methods. Just the weird thing is that when one method is triggered, it triggers all the methods. But if one computed property changes, it only changes that one computed property. It's kind of weird, but I guess it is how it is. All right then. Thank you for watching what I learned this week. Have a nice day.